today I'm going to show you how to do the long tail cast on for knitting. It is one of the most well-known ways of casting on and one of the most easy ways of casting on. And to start the long tail cast on, you need to make a slip knot. So you wrap around your fingers, pull the loop over the other loop, and then take that loop out of it and pull tight. Now, the name long tail cast on already says it. The more stitches you're going to cast on, the longer of a tail you need. And a rule of thumb for kind of gauging how long of a tail you need is take the width of what you're going to knit. Sometimes you don't know that yet, and then triple that. So if you're casting on a hat, take a tail that's 3 times your head circumference, for instance. Okay. So you've got your slip knot, and that is your first stitch. Now I've got my yarn that's going to the ball, I'll call that the ball yarn, to the top here, and the yarn tail, I've got that towards me. Now I'm going to put my thumb and index finger in between the yarns, and then I'm going to enclose both yarns in my other fingers. And this step, some knitters like to call it a heart, some knitters like to call it bunny ears. Do whatever you like. You have a loop going around your thumb and a second loop going around your index finger. So for your first stitch, go behind the leftmost strand of your thumb loop. Then you're going to take the leftmost strand of the index loop, go behind it like that, and pull it through the thumb loop. And then I've let go of the thumb loop, and I'm now gonna push my thumb against this thread so I can tighten the strands again, and don't tighten it too much. So we're going behind the leftmost strand of the thumb, then we're going to take the leftmost strand of the index finger, bring it through the thumb loop, let go, and pull. And if you're finding that you're casting on really tightly, you can use a bigger needle for casting on. So behind the left strand of the thumb, taking the leftmost strand of the index finger, bringing it through the loop, letting go of that loop, and using your thumb to pull on that yarn. And you might find that your tension is getting looser, so you might need to let go and position your hands again. Okay, let's take another way of looking at this. So you have, maybe it's easier for you to see them as loops 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going from left to right behind loop 1, from right to left behind loop 3, and pulling it through. Left to right behind loop 1, right to left behind loop 3. Some of my students prefer that way of looking at it, so you might prefer it too. I'm going to do this a couple more times so you can really see what I'm doing. And that is how you cast on stitches with the long tail cast on. And at the bottom of your knitting, you'll get a nice braided row this way. And this side we typically assume to be the right side of your work. And this side we typically assume to be the wrong side or the reverse side because it's a more bumpy edge on this side. So whenever you use the long tail cast on and then turn to work your first row, that row should usually be a wrong side row. All right, if you have any questions, please put them down below. I hope this video was helpful, and I'd like to see you in one of my other videos.